Hello, hello. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. My favorite day of the week besides Friday. I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to jump on. Tonight we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and how it is picking winners not based on if they're good cleaners or not. And I discovered this because when I went to an estimate, I asked someone how they heard of us, and they said they heard of us through. We were number one on ChatGPT in 6 towns in one of the towns that they lived in, and so I didn't even know this was happening. So before we start, I want you to put your phone down for the next 40 minutes. Not because I'm precious about attention, because what I'm going to tell you could be the most important 40 minutes of your business this year. And I'm only going to do this training once. If you are here live, great. There may be a replay. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to repost a replay. I will tell you this. I've been doing this a long time. I've sat through my share of trainings myself that promised to change my business, and it didn't. So I'm not going to waste your time tonight with theory. I'm going to show you exactly what happened in my own company 2 weeks ago. Something I did not plan, didn't chase, and honestly didn't 100% understand until I started digging into it. And I didn't find this out from a marketing report. I didn't find it out from Google Analytics or a Facebook ad or anything like that. I found it from a homeowner standing in her kitchen during a routine cleaning estimate, the most old-fashioned part of the business there is. That's how I found out. So by the end of this training, you're going to understand exactly what's shifting under everyone's feet in cleaning business owners, and why it matters more than almost anything else you're doing in your market right now. So hi, Amanda, how are you? Say hi. All right. So I'm excited for this. So let me take you to what happened. I was doing an estimate myself. Like I said, I still do them because I never want to lose touch with the ground floor of the business. I feel it is very important. No matter how big Made Bright gets, you still need a personal human connection. So I walked into this, it was a couple. The kitchen, I had my papers, my folder, everything I have. And I asked the same question I asked every single homeowner, the same one. And I said, how did you hear about us? And normally I get the usual answers: a neighbor, a friend, I Googled you, things like that, Facebook group, whatever. So her was actually her husband who looked at me and he said, I asked ChatGPT who was the best cleaning company near me, and it said you were number one. And I hadn't known that, right? It said we were all the number one ranked company in the area. And so I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to sit with that for a second, because I did. It took me aback. I stood there in their kitchen, not knowing what to say. So I just had a general reaction like, oh my God, that's so cool. That's exactly what I said. You're the first people that said that to me. I didn't run a campaign. I didn't pay for any ChatGPT ads to recommend us. I hadn't even thought about that. A homeowner picked up an AI, which just happened to be ChatGPT, on his phone and asked it the same question she would ask as a friend for a recommendation over coffee or as a Facebook group. It gave her my name, my contact information, and it gave them in rank by order the top 5, and we were number one. And that was North Andover. So I was like so excited, right? Now here's the part that really got me. The part that made me call everyone, right? I started telling everyone I know, and I started pulling numbers that same afternoon. July, which was last month, historically is kind of slow because people are on vacation, right? Every cleaning business owner in this room or watching this knows that July is slow. We get cancellations because of vacations. Kids out of school, families traveling, houses sitting empty. They don't need their houses cleaned, okay? July is the month we brace for a little bit of the dip. Summer is a dip for us, okay? Every single year, like clockwork. This July was the busiest month for new business Made Bright has had in the history of the company. So I said, okay, there's something to this. So I kept digging. And then when I looked closer at where our new leads were actually coming from, I found out we're now ranking number one in 6 towns we service, not doing well, not competitive. We're number one. They're saying we are number one, and it's saying exactly what we are known for: reliability, quality, great communication, everything that we talk about in 6 towns. Now, I'm not telling you to brag about this by any means. Everything I learn in my business, my company, I bring to you. So I'm telling you, because 6 months ago, I wasn't chasing this. I wasn't in some group talking about AI, search optimization. Sure, we're all talking about AI. It can create content. It can create, images and stuff like that. We all know that, right? I was doing what all of us do. I was running crews, handing schedules, chasing reviews the old way. And this happened anyways, without me even knowing about it, underneath all of that, because the way people are finding cleaning businesses is already changing, whether we're paying attention to it or not. And so that's the part I really need you to hear. This isn't a strategy I built on purpose, and now I'm teaching you. This is something that found me. And if it can happen to a business that I wasn't even looking for it, it is absolutely already happening in your towns right now. It's happening to all of you. The only question left is whether or not it's happening for your business or completely around it without you even knowing, okay? Without you even knowing. So let's talk about what's actually going on, because I don't want to leave you here just scared. I want you to leave here understanding it, because understanding it is what is going to let you act on it with confidence instead of panic. So for 20 plus years, the game for every single one of us has been the same: rank on Google, show up in the map stack, right? Get on the phone, Google business profile, still very valid. Keywords, reviews, Facebook groups, some paid ads, maybe. You know this game. We all know this game. Some of you have gotten really good at it too. But here's what's different now, and I want to walk you through it step by step. Think about a homeowner that used a search. They typed in cleaning service near me on Google. They'd get 10 blue links. They get a map with a handful of pins on it, maybe some ads at the top, right? Then they did their work. They clicked around. They compared a few websites, read reviews, still very important. Maybe called 2 or 3 companies to compare quotes. The customer did the sorting. The customer made the decision. Your job was to be one of the options in front of them. Now what's happening instead? A growing number of homeowners are opening ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT and Claude, right? It's usually the one that they've heard of the most, ChatGPT, right? So they open that up and they're asking, who is the best cleaner near me? They're not going for opinions. They're going to that because they don't have time, right? They're asking a full question the way they'd ask a friend for recommendation. Who is the best cleaning company near me? Which cleaning company in town has the most reviews, the best reviews? Who should I trust to clean my house while I'm at work? Those are questions they're putting into AI. And the AI doesn't hand them 10 options to sort through anymore, right? Sometimes it gives them top 3, top 5, whatever they're asking for. So sit with that for a second. What does that actually mean? Google was a shelf you had to get placed on. And the customer did the choosing because everything was on the shelf, okay? AI search is a recommendation now. So that changes it a little bit. And the customer just takes it. They take it as truth, right? There's no shelf anymore. There's just the answers. And if you are not the answers in that moment of conversation, you don't exist. It's not that you're ranked lower. You're not in the conversation at all. And that's the scary part about it. So those homeowners who approved their quote, who we're servicing actually this Friday, the homeowners in the kitchen didn't compare 5 estimates from 5 companies. She asked one question and called one. Like, that was it. Thank God I was up there, right? She never saw my competitors' names. She never compared us, price compared us, side by side or anything like that. The decision was basically made before she even picked up the phone. That is the shift. Old search, you're one of many options. The customer sorts through them. New search, you're either the answer or you're invisible, and there's very little in between. That's what's happening right now under your feet, and that's not paid. That's organic, okay? It's ChatGPT still says it is better to rank organically than it is to pay for an ad. Don't pay for any ads yet. That is not ready yet. They're taking your money. That is in beta. Do not do that, right? So that's what's happening. Now, why should this scare you? Here's why I couldn't just sit on this quietly. I had to tell everyone this, right? Every single one of your competitors in your town right now, maybe you know who they are. You probably do. You know them by heart. Maybe you've stopped even thinking about them much because you've always outworked them, out hustled them, whatever, build a better reputation than them over the years. But I need you to hear this part. Outworking your competitor does not matter a bit if the AI never says your name. Right? That's scary. That doesn't matter. You could run the best cruise in town, 5-star reviews going back a decade, 10, 15 years in business, a spotless reputation. And if your competitor down the street, maybe even a smaller company than yours, maybe one that's only been around for a couple of years, happens to have their information cleaner and more consistent online, they get picked up as the answer, as the answer when a homeowner asks AI who to call. So they don't compare you side by side anymore. They don't cross-reference like they used to. They don't have time. They just call one name they were given and they move on with the day. So think about that for a second, because it's not fair. It's not about who deserves the business more. It's about who the AI trusts enough to hand over as the answer. So this is not a 5 year from now problem. This is not an I'll get around to it eventually problem. It's happening. It's happening right now in your town to somebody, to me, to you. Somebody in your market is either becoming the business that AI recommends over and over, or they're the one that's quietly losing leads to a competitor little by little, wondering why the phone has gotten a little quieter without even connecting the dots. And so what genuinely keeps me up at night about this is most cleaning business owners don't even know that this shift is underway. Most of them have never heard the phrase AI search, right? Or if you did, you're maybe dipping your toe in the water, maybe making some content, maybe making crazy looking canvas that are just so busy no one's going to pick you anyways, right? So you're out, everyone's chasing the same thing, right? Please leave a Google review, even though Google reviews are very, very important. So 6 months from now, and I mean this not as a scare tactic, there is going to be a before group and an after group in every single town in this country. The business who saw this early got their house in order, got ready for it. And the business playing catch up, they're wondering why their numbers are dropping. They're not getting new business and they can't figure out what changed. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in the second group. I want to be in the first group, right? And that is the entire reason why I'm doing this training tonight. Instead of just quietly using this in my own business, I'm not telling the rest of you about this. You guys need to know this. So I want to say this one more time so it is super crystal clear. Super crystal clear. If you are in this room right now, live, you got here in time. That's not true for every cleaning business owner in the country. Most of them are going to miss this entirely. So now I promised you where this answer is actually coming from, because it's not magic, it's not random, and I don't want you walking out of here thinking this is some black box you can't understand. So let me just pull the curtain back and let's kind of talk about this. Let's see who's on here. Hey everyone, tell me where you're from. Say hi. I love YouTube, but the Facebook lives I think I liked as well. I like the Facebook ones as well. Okay, so when ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google's AI, right? They all do the same thing, right? When they decide to recommend for a question like best cleaning company near me, it's pulling from a handful of specific identifiable places. Your Google business profile. The directories show up in your business on Yelp, Angie, Nextdoor, Facebook, backlinks, all of it. The actual content of your reviews, not just your star rating, the words that people actually use, and increasingly the words on your own website. Does your site actually answer the questions a real homeowner would ask in plain language? Or does it just talk about quality service, trusted professionals, very vanilla stuff, right? The way every cleaning company's website has talked about for the last 15 years. That's not any different, right? So here's the part that matters more than anything else I'm going to tell you. If you want to write it down, please write it down. It's not picking the best cleaning company in your town. It's picking the easiest one to verify. I'm not saying my company isn't good. My company is great. We work real hard at maintaining quality, consistency, great company culture, all those things. But it picked me because I was the easiest company to verify. And that is what you need to understand. Think about that. Like, AI is a very cautious friend making a recommendation. If your information is clean, consistent, and recent, your business name, your address, your phone number, matching exactly across your website, your Google listing, and every directory you're on, you look trustworthy, right? Easy to vouch for. But if your listings are outdated, if your business name is spelled differently, right, or different a couple of ways, or the brand, the logo looks different, if your last review is from 2 years ago, AI has no confidence in recommending you. It's not going to take the risk, so it moves on to the business that is easier to verify and to vouch for, even if that business honestly does worse work than you, even if they're not as good, right? I know that might sting a little. It stung me too when I really understood it. But the flip side, and this is the hopeful part, is being findable and being consistent beats the best kept secret in town. So a business that is a little newer, a little smaller, but has clean matching current information everywhere, website, Google, every directory, that's going to get picked more than established businesses, more than businesses that aren't embracing and adapting technology, AI. You are going to be left behind if you don't get a grip on this. That's just the bottom line, right? So anyone that's watching this that is willing to do the work, you're in the right room, right? Because it means that you're willing to do what it takes to get there and be chosen on the AI. So let's flip this around. So what actually makes a business invisible to this? And I want you to really hear these things, okay? Because I promise you, there's 3 of them. At least one of them is going to be true for your business right now, and probably more than one. So if you want to write this down, grab a pen. Number 1, your information doesn't match across the internet. Your website says one thing, your Google listing says another. An old Yelp page has a previous phone number, something different, old office, old address. Every mismatch is a small crack in the AI's confidence in you and picking you up, okay? Number 2, your reviews are old, thin, and generic. Great service, 5 stars. Tells the AI almost nothing. And if your most recent review is from 18 months ago, that reads like a business. They may not even be still active, okay? Number 3, your website talks about your business the way you talk about your business instead of the way the homeowner actually talks about the business. Premium residential cleaning solutions. Nobody says that. Nobody talks like that. It's not even a sentence that a human being would never come out of your mouth. I hired a premium residential cleaning solution company. No one talks like that, right? So is it safe to have someone clean my house while I'm at work? That phrase is what someone might ask. That sounds a lot, that's an FAQ, right? Something that sounds a lot more real. Do I need to pick up the clutter before the cleaners come? Well, yes, you absolutely do. But questions like that you can put in your FAQs are going to help you rank and identify more. So those 3 things, doing them over and over and over on repeat, you know me, I'm a very consistent over and over and over. It's what separates the business from becoming the answer from the businesses that have quietly become invisible. Is this making sense, everyone? Let me know if this is making sense. Hi, Laura. Hi, Victoria. I miss you. We're talking about ChatGPT. Yeah, and ranking on ChatGPT. So here's what I want everyone to actually go and do. There's homework from the live, not next week, not when things slow down, tonight. I want you to do it tonight. the first thing tomorrow morning before the day gets away from you. Okay. Task number 1, write this down. Google your own business name, address, phone number, and hunt down every mismatch. Make sure you, on all of your listings, Facebook, website, Yelp, Nextdoor, Facebook community groups, wherever your business is listed, make sure all the phone numbers are the same, all the addresses are the same, the name is spelled the same, the tagline is spelled the same, all of that stuff, right? Wherever you are, where you get your business from, Thumbtack, wherever, Marketplace, make sure everything looks the same, all right? Check that your business name, your address, everything is all the same. If one site says Made Bright LLC and another says Made Bright Cleaning Co., that's different. That's a small mismatch. Is going to confuse the AI. So this is very boring, very unglamorous work, but it's one of the highest average, the highest leverage things you can do this week to start helping yourself rank a little more. All right, task number 1, verify everything. Task number 2, I want you to go out and I want you to get 5 new reviews this week on your Google page, if you have one. If you don't, get 5 new reviews on your Facebook page and make a Google My Business page. That's one of the biggest things that ChatGPT or AI pulls from, is what you look like on Google. So important. So important. Okay. Don't just ask a happy customer to leave a review. Ask them to specifically mention what service you did and in their what town they're from. Made Bright did a deep clean on one of our kitchens and bathrooms in Andover, and it looked brand new. That tells the AI 100 times more than great service ever will. So recently detailed specific reviews are one of the strongest signals in this whole AI system. And most cleaning business owners are sitting on a pile of happy customers who would write one if you just ask them the right way. If you just ask them the right way, all right? 2 was reviews. Task number 3. Write down the exact questions your customers ask you before they hire you. Think about when you go into an estimate, what questions are they asking you? Do I need to be here when you're cleaning, right? Do I need to pick up the clutter? Do I need to create a door code for you? All those very specific things. Do I need to crate the dog? Everything like that, okay? If there's a room I don't want clean, do I just leave the door closed, right? Think about all those things. Write those in there, because those are the things that are going to pull better, okay? So do those 3 things. Like, really do them. Don't just nod me to death. This is for your own good, okay? You're going to be ahead of everyone. The goal is being ahead of everyone, okay? You don't want to be on the other side. You don't want to be too late. This is going to close cleaning businesses. This is going to close cleaning businesses that don't rank. Okay. We have all these pop-up cleaners. I suspect that AI is going to just knock people over, right? With this, right? You have to be here and not here. Okay. Most of your competitors are going to hear about this shift, and whether they may already be working on it, probably months from now, maybe they're not, or whatever. You want to be in front of them. So here's what I want to leave you with tonight. I didn't plan for a homeowner to find me on ChatGPT. That was by total accident. I found out in an estimate, right? Standing in someone's kitchen, asking them how they heard from us. And honestly, that should scare the crap out of you, because it happened to me. Thank God we were number 1. And I was like, oh my God, other people are doing this. It means that businesses have to chase this deliberately, right? Or else you're not going to get recommended and you're not going to get chosen. 6 towns, we were number 1. And the other towns, the other 8, 9 towns, we were like number 2, number 3. So my work is cut out for me. Now I want to rank number 1 in all of those towns, right? So now I have to do this stuff I'm telling you for my own business to rank in the other towns as well, right? This isn't I'll figure that out eventually thing. You have to start doing this now, right? I'm not doing another ChatGPT training again. I usually don't do trainings on technology. If you would like me to do more trainings on technology, tell me, message me, DM me, let me know on this. You could comment, and I read all the comments, right? I want to know if you want me to do more. I usually don't. I usually do them on sales, on building teams, on managing people, on pricing and things like that. Those are the most, common things that people want me to train on. This one I thought was super relevant. That's why I did it. All right. So if anything tonight made sense for you and clicked for you and you felt that pit in your stomach, like, oh crap, I don't want the competitor to get recommended and not me. Don't let that fade. Don't let that feeling fade. Do something about it. Okay. Whatever the matter is, whether you go do these 3 things I gave you tonight or you don't, this is the moment, not next quarter, not when business slows down a little. Right now, tonight, while most of your competitors haven't even heard the word I got found on ChatGPT yet. All right. Thank you all so much. Now go do the work. More, please, technology. Okay. I'll do more technology. I was thinking about maybe even doing a webinar on this. Maybe. Write that down. All right, everyone. Have an amazing evening. Have an amazing evening. Go search yourself on ChatGPT, and if you're there, oh, you're welcome, Christina. If you weren't there, come see me. We can get you there. All right. Have an amazing evening. See you later.